Hello everyone, it's Jen from Old Tinkerer Studio. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to sculpt with textures in Blender 2.83. This is an update to an older tutorial. The links for the textures are in the description. So let's get on with the tutorial. We need to have a dense mesh in order to use textures for sculpting. In the Sculpting workspace, under the Shading drop-down, choose a matte cap. Go into wireframe mode so you can see the density of the mesh. Remesh the cube using the Remesh menu. I'm going to remesh mine to 0.005. Then go back into solid mode and turn off the mirror option. Ideally, the texture we will use will be a height map. I'll show you how to make a quick height map if your texture does not come with one, like the stone block texture linked in the description. Open up the image in GIMP and change the image from 8-bit to 32-bit. Do this under Image, Precision, 32-bit. Then we need to change the image to grayscale. Go to Image, Mode, Grayscale. Now we need to change the levels. This can be found under Colors. We need to make the blacks very black and the whites very white. Now we'll blur the image slightly. Go under Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. I'm just going to use mine at 0.5. Then export your new image. Now we will start with the image we just made in GIMP. Open up the Texture tab and then open up the black and white image. Then under the Active Tab tool, twirl open the Texture section and you should see your texture. Under the Stroke section, choose Anchored. This keeps the brush anchored to the initial location. Now we have multiple mapping options available when we're using texture. The tiled option tiles the texture across the object. So if we now use the draw brush and click and drag on the cube, we can see the texture tiling. The View Plane option projects the brush texture onto the model using the current view angle. If we use the draw brush and click and drag with a 0-degree angle, we see how the texture is being applied to the cube. If we change the angle to 90 degrees, we can see how the textures are being applied to the cube. The Area Plane option projects the texture along the local surface normal, which prevents stretching. So if we use the draw brush and click and drag with a 0-degree angle, we can see how the texture is being applied to the cube. If we then change to a 90-degree angle, we can see how the texture is being applied to the cube. Now let's use another texture to look at the remaining mapping options. We're going to use the height map of the paving stone texture that I'm linking in the description. Now note that the height map may be called a displacement map. Under the Texture section, add a new texture. Then under the Texture tab, open up the height or displacement map. Then under the Active Tool tab, under the Texture section, make sure that you have the new texture opened. The 3D mapping option uses vertex coordinates to determine what area of the texture to use. The random option uses a random texture coordinate that's the same for each brush dab. If we use the draw brush and click and drag at a 0-degree angle, we can see how the texture is being applied to the cube. If we then change to a 45-degree angle, we notice a change in how the texture is being applied to the cube. The stencil option allows you to use the texture like a stencil. You move the texture with the right mouse button. To scale the texture, use Shift and the right mouse button. To rotate the texture, use Control and the right mouse button. After you have the texture in place, simply hold down the left mouse button and drag your mouse. You can also use alpha brushes from various artists around the web. Just make sure that you follow the licensing rules. One of my favorite sites is Pixelogic. The link is in the description. Download an alpha brush. I'll be using the Industrial One by Ryan Taylor. Under the Texture section, add a new texture. Then under the Texture tab, open the alpha brush. Then under the Active Tool tab, under the Texture section, make sure that you have the new texture open. Then use the alpha brush texture just like any other texture. If you have a request for a tutorial or a question about Blender, feel free to leave a comment. If you're interested in learning more about 3D art and animation, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.